What's up, everybody? Funko.com recently had a sale in which they had some big discounts, including on these six-pack soda coolers. And on top of that, I did exchange some of my rewards currency that I had earned basically for discount codes. So that's why I did decide to finally go for the Peanuts six-pack soda cooler. It's one that I've had my eye on for a while. They actually had it on sale a while ago. It was a pretty decent price, but I was still a little iffy about it. But this time I finally decided to go for it. It's one of the soda six packs that really stands out to me. I do like the Peter Pan one as well, but I just decided not to pull the trigger on that one. Maybe in the future if there is another sale. But yeah, I do like the comic art that's actually on the actual cooler bag. And the way they shipped this out, the cooler bag was wrapped separately from the sodas. I think when they originally started doing these, the sodas would actually be inside of the cooler, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong about that. But regardless, this is a very nice looking cooler here. And I do have the X-Men one. That's the only other one that I ever got. But I really do hope that Funko does more of these. I keep saying I really would like to see one based on the Incredibles with the family, and then maybe some variations of Jack, or maybe put Syndrome in there. You know, there's a lot they could do there. But yeah, this is pretty cool. One thing I am curious about though, it says limited edition 12,000 pieces here for the actual cooler bag, but then the sodas, I'm seeing already that they say 15,000 pieces each. So I don't know what the discrepancy is there with the numbers. If anybody could fill me in, you know, please let me know about that. Of course, you see here it does have the nice Loungefly tag there. It's got the Funko crown there on the zipper pulls, you know, so nice little detailing to it. And like I said, I really do like the comic style art. This is a very cool looking bag. I know what you all are really curious about though, and I'm very curious as well, you know, to see which chase I ended up with, because again, it's 6 sodas and there's a guaranteed chase in the mix. With the chases, I'll basically say what they are as I'm going through these, and you know, we'll see which one I end up with. Starting off, of course, with the man himself, Charlie Brown. So for his chase variant, he actually is wearing his baseball hat, and I think he has a glove as well, maybe something else, but yeah, he's basically dressed for a baseball. It'd be cool to get this one, obviously, you know, with it being Charlie Brown, but I'm kind of open to what I end up with here, with one exception, which I will address in a moment here. But yeah, let's go ahead and rip into this one here. Funko has done a lot of great pops with the Peanuts characters over the years, and there's been times when I've been tempted to get them, especially when they did the Halloween ones. I thought those looked pretty good, and I used to see them at Walgreens, but yeah, I just decided not to get into collecting the Peanuts pops. I try to be picky about the pops that I get. I mainly collect DC, Marvel, horror, and then a couple of other franchises. But yeah, they've been doing some great pops, and they've done some great ones recently, including they had Snoopy on top of his house, I think they did recently, like a Christmas one. They also had Snoopy on the pumpkin as well. Like, so there's some great ones out there. I've been looking at them in stores, but I'm just not picking those up. So yeah, we're gonna check Charlie Brown here, see which one I got. And this is the non-chase one, which I'm perfectly fine with, because I mean, it's just, you know, standard Charlie Brown. Can't really go wrong with that. I do notice here though, with this head sculpt, they have a really hard line there. Not such a big fan of that, but maybe that's just the way they had to piece this together. But yeah, looking at it right on there though, looks perfectly fine. And of course, you know, he's got his iconic shirt going on there. Well, I was about to say, I was confused for a second, but yeah, they do have the scan of his legs there. At first I thought this was all yellow at the bottom, but because you could barely see his legs, it looked a little bit odd at first. But yeah, they actually do have his legs colored there, the flesh coloring there, and he then, you know, the socks are kind of high. That's what it is. But yeah, overall, pretty happy with that. You know, like I said, I'm definitely a fan of the Peanuts. I used to watch the specials and everything, even though I've always said the Christmas special, it's depressing to me. Like the actual Christmas Time Is Here song or whatever, like, why does it sound so sad? That song has always bummed me out. I just don't get it. But overall, I do like that special. Let's go ahead to Snoopy next here, and with Snoopy's chase, he's actually rocking the Beagle Scout hat, basically. Now, as far as Snoopy is concerned, I wouldn't mind getting his chase, but I would not like to get the Woodstock chase, because he's also wearing a Beagle Scout hat. But it would be odd to me to have Woodstock, that chase, and not have the Snoopy along with it. The other way around, I don't mind so much, because Snoopy is such, you know, iconic character. If it's just him with the Beagle Scout hat, I'm fine with that. I think it would be odd to have the Woodstock though. And if I were to get the Woodstock one, I would not go second market for the Snoopy, because it's actually like really high value. I think it's going for like around 100 or something, or at least 90 on up, you know. So Yeah, I'm just not going to do that for a single soda. So let's see what happens here with Snoopy. I thought it was so funny one time my family visited Nevada, and in a newspaper the comic strip was actually his brother Spike, the one that lives out in the desert. I thought that was so interesting to actually see that comic strip. So let's see what we have here with Snoopy. You can tell already he's a smaller figure. So this is not the chase, which again, perfectly fine with that. I think it is so amazing that there are some dogs that legit look like Snoopy. Like I've seen like images trending online, you know, going viral and everything. That is so cool to me. Really love the look of those dogs. They're pretty cute. And of course, this is a cute figure here. You know, Snoopy, of course, can't go wrong with him. Okay, check out his pog there. Of course, classic look for the character. And I keep forgetting, I'm actually going to make sure I keep putting the pogs back into the can. I used to leave these out, but I prefer now to go ahead and put them back into the cans. So let's go with Woodstock next. Might as well. Okay. Again, I do like the character of Woodstock, but like I said, I think it would be odd to have his chase and not have Snoopy's chase. If that were to happen, I mean, it just is what it is. But yeah, I really would prefer to get a different one at this point. And like I said, he is wearing the Beagle Scout hat, if it is the chase. And let me know if you jumped on that sale recently on Funko.com. Did you grab anything for yourself? Like I said, the soda 6-packs, they were reduced prices, but a lot of things were reduced price recently. Okay, so this one, I think as I'm getting it out, I probably feel the hat if it was. And I don't feel the hat, so... And that's good. Like I said, I did not want to end up with this chase and not have the Snoopy one with it. Yeah, but that is pretty cool there. I wonder if they tried to do the black lines on him, would it look awkward? Because I don't know, to me, like right now it looks, I mean, it definitely looks like the character, but in a way it almost looks like an unfinished figure too, because it is so basic. It's all yellow and then just the black eyes. I don't know, let me know what you think about that, if you think they should have tried to do maybe some black lines on him for some detailing, but then maybe that could have looked awkward. I don't know, really don't know. But yeah, quick look at the pog there, of course. And Funko has done that with some pops, at least, you know, done like the stylization of like the comic strips or comic books, you know, with the paint jobs. I just don't know if that would work for a soda or not. You know, who knows. Let's go with, who do I want to go with next? Let's go with Lucy next. I really do like Lucy. She's actually one of my favorite characters from the Peanuts. She's just so like dry humor to her, basically, that I like. And I like that she has her little booth where she offers help, like psychiatric help, basically, which that would be cool if Funko were to do that. If they actually did her sitting at her booth as like a deluxe item, I might be tempted to actually go for that, because I really like that. And like I said, I don't really collect the pops, but that is something I would probably pick up. Okay. And her, oh, I almost forgot to say her chase. Let me try to remember what it is. Maybe it'll come back to me in a moment. Oh, her with the football. I had to look at the actual figure on the back to think about it. Her with the football. That would be cool to get, because of course that's always funny, her pulling the football away from Charlie Brown when he's trying to kick it. But nope, that's not what I have here. Hey, this is the standard Lucy. I would have been very happy with that chase, because that is such an iconic image of her with the football. But yeah, it's just a standard one, and this is cute though as well. I really do like that look. Yeah, that works there. And you can see, of course, she has the little lines there by her eyes. Yeah, she's a cool character overall. Okay, and quick look at the artwork there, of course. So we're down to the last two. Whoops. The top actually went all the way into the can. That actually can happen sometimes. But yeah, down to the last two here. Let's go with Peppermint Patty. Now, Peppermint Patty, she is also dressed for baseball, you know, so apparently she is playing baseball with Charlie Brown. That's, you know, the idea there, basically. I do like her character also. Very another, you know, like really all of these characters, I guess you could say they are iconic, very well-known characters. And with the Peanuts, there's even more characters, of course, that could be done as sodas. I don't know if Funko will do that, but you know, there are some other characters that would be cool to see. It'd be interesting to see if they did Pigpen as a soda. I think that's what the character's name actually was, what they called him. But who knows? We'll see if they do anything else in terms of these sodas. I think pops are maybe more likely. So yeah, like I said, she's dressed for baseball. Let's see what we got here. And no, so Unless I didn't get a chase, which I would hate. That tells us what my chase is going to be. We'll see in just a moment. Oh, they did a great job with her hair sculpt here. The nose as well. I like the way that they did her nose there. Okay. So yeah, and I mean, you know, they did that with the other ones, but hers is, I don't know if it's meant to have like a little something else going on with it. It looks like it has these little divots or whatever to give it more personality, but maybe, I don't know, maybe that's not even really meant to be there. Who knows? But yeah, she no pun intended, but yeah, she is a great looking figure here as well. I think all of these look really cool. The Woodstock one, like I said, is kind of on the plain side, but you know, it still does look like the character though. Okay. So like I said, unless I just did not get a chase, we should know that this next one is my chase, and I would actually be okay with that. So we have here Linus, another character that I really do like, and he has his security blanket here, of course. You know, here with the non-chase, he's just kind of holding it off to the side, but with the chase, I think he's holding it a little closer and he's sucking his thumb as well, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't know for the longest time that the term security blanket actually does come from Linus with his blanket. If I'm not mistaken, you know, somebody can fact check me on that if you want to, but I think that is the case. It amazes me sometimes where things from pop culture, you know, just become part of our language, basically. That's just like Brainiac, you know, actually becoming from the character Brainiac. I thought that was a word that already existed, but you know, I think Brainiac is actually based on the character. Not that really people use that a whole lot outside of mentioning the character, but you get the idea. So let's hope that this is actually my chase, and it is. Okay, it is. I was worried for a moment. I was like, man, did I not get a chase? I think some people have said that's happened before, where they just didn't get one. Is he holding the blanket differently? Maybe I was wrong about that. No, I guess it is the same position. So I guess the only difference is, yeah, his right arm is up, and then he's sucking on his thumb there, you know, trying to get some security, basically. Oh, his hair looks kind of weird when you look at it from the back there. So let's check out the pog there. So with him, they I guess they couldn't really do like the wild hair, or maybe that, I don't know, maybe that would have looked awkward too. I don't know. Like, you know, let me know what you think about his the way they did his hair here. Do you think that's the best they could have done with it, or should they have tried to make it a little bit wild? I don't really know. But yeah, regardless, yeah, happy to have the chase. It says you found the chase, Linus Van Pelt, sucking thumb, 1 out of 2,500. Yeah, so glad that I actually do have a chase, and that pog I will actually keep out for now. But yeah, like I said, maybe in the future, if there's another sale, maybe I will be tempted to go for the Peter Pan one, because even though I'm not the biggest Peter Pan fan, I do think those sodas look really good. So I'm very happy with this set. I think they look great together. As much as I do like some of the other chases, I don't think I'm going to go for them, especially if they're, you know, pricey. Like, I know the Snoopy is pricey for sure. I can imagine Charlie Brown probably being pricey, but even Lucy with the football, I could see some people trying to charge I don't know, maybe around $50 for that. I'm just not going to do that. You know, if I did happen to come across any of them on the cheaper side, maybe I would go for them. But yeah, I'm not going to spend crazy prices for the other chases. Just very happy with this set right now. I do want to hear from you all. What do you think about this set? What do you think about the soda 6-pack coolers in general? Do you have any of them, or are you going to pick up any of them in the near future? And I know I've asked this before on the channel, but I still like to hear from people. What would you like to see as a soda 6-pack cooler? For me, it's still the Incredibles. That's my top want. I'm sure there's some other cool things that could happen, but that's my top want right now. But I would like to hear your ideas as well. Thank you all so much for taking the time to check this out, and I will talk to you all again real soon.